Hi, welcome to Veer's Fonts Tutorial. Today I'll show you how to install fonts onto your computer. I will demonstrate using Windows 7, Windows XP, and Mac OS X Snow Leopard. To ensure your fonts will be installed correctly and safely, make sure that you have administrator privileges and that you trust the source of the font file. Let's start with Windows 7. As you can see, I'm currently in Windows 7 and I have a web browser open to the font that I want to download. Once you've selected and paid for your font, there will be a link available for you to download. I'll select that now. This is going to prompt us with a new window asking whether we want to open or save the file. My preference is to save the file, so I'm going to select OK. You can see that the file has been downloaded in our Downloads folder, and I'm going to right-click and go to Open Containing Folder. This is going to take me to my Downloads folder, and I'm just going to look at the file, and as you can see, it is a compressed zipped folder, which means that the file has been zipped and that we need to extract the contents before we can install our fonts. I'm going to right-click on the file and select Extract All. Select Extract, and this is going to open up the file and provide us with the font folder. Double-clicking that is going to show us our font file. Now, Windows 7 has made it very easy to install fonts. Just double-clicking the font file is going to bring up a font preview window, and as you can see, up at the top left-hand corner is a handy install button. I'm going to select that now. As you can see, the system has already installed the fonts, and I'm going to go to Windows, Control Panels, and Fonts just to confirm that we have installed this font. This list is alphabetized, so Adios should come up near the top, and there it is. So we now know that this font is available for all the applications in Windows 7. Let's look at Windows XP next. As you can see, I'm currently using Windows XP, and since the saving and the downloading of the font files is the same for Windows XP as it is for Windows 7, I'm going to skip those first steps, but I am going to show you how to install the font onto the operating system. And if you are using Windows Vista, these are probably good instructions to follow along with. We need to right-click on our mouse and select Extract All so that we can unzip the file. We will get our font folder. Double-clicking that will reveal our font file. We now need to go to Start, Control Panel, Appearance and Themes, and from the sidebar we want to select Fonts. This is going to take us directly to our Fonts folder. At this point, all we need to do is drag and drop our font file into the font folder, and that's going to install it into the Windows XP operating system. This is going to make the font available for the applications within the operating system. Now, let's take a look at Mac OS X Snow Leopard. For our final demonstration, I'm going to show how to install fonts using Mac OS X Snow Leopard. Since saving and downloading of the font file is the same for Snow Leopard as it is for Windows, I'm going to skip that step, but I will show you how to install the font onto the operating system. As you can see, we have our zip file in our Downloads folder, and with Mac OS X operating systems, you just need to double-click a zip file to uncompress it. That's going to show our font folder, and I'm going to double-click that, and that's going to reveal our font file. Now, we're going to select and double-click that file, and this is going to provide us a preview window as well as an Install Font button on the bottom right-hand corner. I'm going to select that now. This is going to open up FontBook, and FontBook is going to install the font into the operating system. Once FontBook has installed the file, this font is ready to use. As you can see, it's really easy to install fonts. You just need to follow the right steps. If you have any additional questions, please contact Veer's customer service. You'll find the contact information on the website. Just look for the Need Help link.